everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with day 17 of Christy's 30 Days of Sketches. And this is the sketch. It's 4 4x4 segments, some a side strip here, some embellishments and a title up there. Really simple. Also can be really simply or extravagantly interpreted depending on what your feelings are at the moment. So a very versatile sketch. Love it. The load prompt for today is about a kind of a life-changing moment, and what I'm choosing to scrap was life-changing for me in that enjoying seeing my sister, just pure pleasure from watching Rick Springfield live. It wasn't the first time she had seen him live, but it was the first time I had seen him live, and more importantly, first time I had seen her seeing him. She's had a huge crush for more years than I can count, and so he appeared at a casino in Lake Charles, which is where her group home was at the time, and we got the tickets and went there and made it a weekend with her and just had a wonderful time. So she just recently had a birthday. She just recently turned 70. And because of hurricanes having blown away her home and her being dislocated from there, and then staying with my brother and just all of the quarantine issues and so forth, we weren't able to spend it with her. And we've, talked, but I kind of wanted to do this for her birthday as a birthday gift. So that's my watershed moment, and I'm using rhinestones because that was the technique prompt. I'm also doing the CyberCrop at Mind the Scrap. And the third challenge has to do with celebrity crushes. So I'm actually gonna call this Crush, and I'm going to scrap about Patrice's crush on Rick Springfield. And I'm, not gonna admit that I once had a crush on him as well, but, we'll just talk about Patrice here. And let's see, what am I using? This is the heart paper is Pink Fresh from their Let's Stay Home collection, and it came in a Creative Cuts kit that I got from Redefine Creative. This strip right here is a branding strip from something that came from my Mind the Scrap October kit. This was left over, this doily, which is just the perfect color for the filtered photos, was left over from a Palooza kit, I think, from Redefine Creative. And these florals were cut from a pumpkin. This used to be a pumpkin, a floral pumpkin cut file from Redefine Creative. I actually got it as that was from Redefine Creative, but it was a prize for the sketch challenge, last month's sketch challenge at Scrap Happy. So I'm kind of tying all these things up together. These butterflies are ones that I did in a demo in my Getting Messy session. I used a piece of scrap paper and showed ways to stamp without stamps. I used bottle caps and all kinds of things to do this, and I used this netting, which was the packaging for some shallots, and I used that to stamp. I had also punched some butterflies out, and I used the butterfly punch as a stencil, and I brushed color in there, and then I stamped on top with other things. So I thought I might add those there. I think Patrice will love that. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time putting this together because, as you can see, I've largely kind of dry fit it. I was just kind of doing some spacing, and I thought, why not just use it that way? First thing, I will tell you that I put that branding strip on, and then I added some foam. So let's put some adhesive on the foam and get that laid out. I'm going to do it just a little bit this side. I'm using some yellow cardstock that I had in my stash because I thought it picked up nicely on the colors in those photographs. So let me kind of get these things lined up. I've organized the photos. This photo was actually turned the other way and I flipped it horizontally. It's a bad quality because I clipped it out of a video of her dancing, and she's actually just moving and singing and just having the most incredible time. And I thought it would be good to have her looking up in the direction of where he's performing, and this is one of the two of us before we walked in. John was there with us, and I thought he'd get, a little bit kind of, blown away or embarrassed or something by two fangirls, by being along with two fangirls. But he said he actually enjoyed the music, so yay. Let's see. And it was an incredible live performance, I will say that. So I'm going to place that there. I actually typed or printed the words and I backed them with foam and kind of spaced them on there to allow myself to put these butterflies kind of overlapping there, and that up, and this, I think I'll give it an extra layer of foam. There we go. And the reason for that is I wanted to allow this wing to kind of go up. Let me do that. And there we go. Okay, that works. And I was going to maybe slide that under there and let it kind of overlap the words as well. I don't think it'll hide them, but I can tuck it under further if it bothers me, I guess. And I'm clipping it to I'm gluing it actually to the foam that's under this photo so that it's lifted up a bit by that foam. So let me kind of curl that back. Okay, that works. And then I'm gonna glue this one under the same way. You can kind of see this is where the pumpkin stem was. I let it touch the yellow cardstock. Well, that's okay, but it kind of, that's too far under. Okay, we'll let it do that and we'll curl that up. Now I'm just going to, what I did here, let me kind of show you the alphas I'm using. As I've mentioned in my last couple of videos, I've recently become reacquainted with my sticker sheets with alphas, which is all I used to use for titles before I discovered thickers. And this is from Basic Gray. It's the Obscura collection, which has this beautiful kind of tomato soup coral and this aqua in it, and there's a little yellow in the aqua here and a little brown in the coral there and a little coral in the aqua here. So I picked all capital letters, and they're kind of thin, kind of narrow, if you will. So I just glued them to that same scrap paper. This is where they were right here. They're just on the other side of this scrap paper. And then I just fussy cut a white strip around them. And it kind of will give them a little bit of dimension, kind of like you might get from thickers. And in any case, it kind of makes them stand out and not look so lonely. And by gluing them the way I'm doing this, I'm not gluing the tips of letters that have extensions there, so that I let them kind of stand up, which again gives a little bit of shadowing and dimension. I don't know if that makes any difference to anyone else, but I kind of like it. And this also makes them a little more, putting them on that background just makes them a little more sturdy. I could, and I actually started to, if they'd been just a little bit thicker, I might have matted them on a piece of white foam and then cut a foam border around them, in essence kind of making them thicker. And I have done that. You've probably seen me do that a time or two. Here, I cut, when I die cut letters and shapes, I often die cut some foam to put behind. But it works with fussy cutting just as well. Okay, is that straight and lined up? It appears to be. Now I'm going to add the bling, and I'm probably going to kind of add it along here as part of where there are two hearts. I'll find a color that sort of matches one of the hearts, and I'll make it a trio of items there. Let's see, I've got this, got a red that can go there. Let me do this up here, and I'll do a blue. I don't have any full blues, but I can certainly do that. I've got another purple here, and a yellow that can go down here. So I'm just kind of decorating this, and I'm going to kill this. This also came, I think, in some, in one of the kits from Redefine Creative. Here, I'm not so much worrying about matching the colors as I am killing the strip. Here, let's do that. Okay, so I didn't get them all, and that's okay. I didn't intend to. And let me throw all that out. I think I'm done. I've got my journaling here, and I've spaced this kind of so that there's room here to fit under a frame when I frame it, and I may cut a bit off of here for that same reason, because this is raised up on foam. But I didn't run the foam all the way to the end, so I can cut it if I need to. Same down here. So that's done. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for the next day, day 18 in 30 Days of Scraps. And also I'll have Scrap Squad Sunday tomorrow. And that one's going to be a tough one. So But the rest of the day today, I'm going to be doing layouts without filming them to try to get as many of the challenges done for Mind the Scraps CyberCrop, and also for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club party. So have a great weekend, and thanks for watching. Let me pull this up for a little bit closer look. There we go. Bye.